Okay, so we are on. Okay. Bit of an interlude here. In for the water signs. So Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio in that order. Oop. We'll leave it at that. Okay, here we go. This is a spirituality reading, so it may tend to go into the love direction, no matter, but we'll see. They're basically telling me people are not listening to the romantic advice. So we're needing to go right back to the spirituality of the individual and get to the root of some of these things. So this is where we're headed. Alrighty, here we go. First card, Pisces for the week. I know it's near the end of the week, but I'm going to spit it out anyway. Masculine and feminine. Yeah, masculine and feminine energy here. I feel like there's they're trying to strike a balance between the two is what I'm getting. Oh, I hope I turn this mic on. Trying to strike a balance between the masculine and feminine. This is what we're doing. We may have some overpowering energies in the masculine side or feminine, depending. We need to balance this out in order to get where we need to go here spiritually. Next card. Wow, body and mind. Look at this. These are dichotomies here. And our mind as well. They're going, the mind is active, but not as, the body is not catched up to that. Meaning our mind wants to go in certain directions, but we're not taking action in these. So this is there's a little bit of an imbalance there as well. Next. The 9. Okay, 9 of fire, which is about releasing the heart energy of the chakras. Whenever I see that rose there, I always think they're trying to get us to open to take action from our heart center. This is what I got highly from here. So this is interesting to me because what's saying basically is we have a fiery energy here, and it may be a process of a masculine and feminine pairing here somewhere. Again, these are energies, not necessarily sexuality. So you could be a masculine or feminine and have the opposite sex. So you could be highly masculine, but in a feminine body, and vice versa. Now, we are illuminated because they're going, look at the little, we are illuminated in the heart center. We've got it going on in our mind, but we're not taking action. The fire, we're not taking action. We're thinking about all these things that we could do, but we're not doing the things that we're thinking about. Okay, so this is prominent here. Now on the masculine and feminine energy here to expand, we get the 8 of Cups. Okay, so imbalance we're talking about. And they're saying 8 of Cups is about leaving something. It was not fulfilling. So we may have had an imbalance in a masculine-feminine relationship here. They're going, taking that right out of it. We have to look at ourselves, take the partner out. Where are we imbalanced? Where are we overly masculine, overly feminine, whatever? Where we have to bridge the gap between the two. There's something here overcharging, and I feel like for some it's on the masculine side. So not meaning that you're masculine, I mean that you are, how do I get this across? The sense I'm getting is that we are trying to be too much in control of things. We need to come from a more compassionate, understanding, caring energy zone here. Then we're normally in fighting mode is what they're saying. More aggression is coming out here when we should have more compassion, okay? So we may have left a situation here because we did not feel fulfilled. We were not balanced in the relationship, okay? They're going, can we correct that? The relationship was not balanced for us. Even though we are unbalanced, the relationship was not balanced for us. So we went to find a balanced relationship. Thank you. Body, mind. Okay, so there's an unbalancing here. We got a lot of activity of the mind here. There's tubes coming all over. So that we may be getting universal uploads, downloads, We're getting all this stuff on top of what's going on here and why we're dealing with this situation. It's just a lot of activity, but not a lot of taking action from this is what I'm getting. Now, what we get on top of there is the Emperor. Now, this is interesting to me because I get a sense that this person was in control mode. Now we get another person outside of this person in control mode. So are we trying to counterbalance someone who is taking too much charge in our life? Could it have been a partner that was overpowering? They're going, yes, this is the scenario. So we may have left a relationship due to the fact that this person was trying to take too much control over us. We did not feel balanced enough to stay. And they're going, this is appropriate. There's nothing wrong with that, is what they're saying. We're just noting this is where we're sitting. Okay. Now, on top of the love side here, where we are trying to, for the Pisces, trying to get that heart center open to a degree to go outward in compassion. Again, I feel like this is part of our own personal imbalance. This is not open. Okay. Yeah. Now, we left a situation where someone was highly either in control of us and we could no longer deal with this, or we felt an urge. Just let me. Yeah, they're going, it's an overpowering energy. We could not stand any longer. Now, on top of the heart center, we get the 4 coins. Now, this is interesting to me because, I just didn't want to stay. Okay, so we got the heart center, right? This is this rose that's trying to erupt from the sky. Again, knowing from a heart place what we need to do, how we need to do it, and whatnot. Just not taking action is the sense they're giving me. Now, remember I said that they were needing compassion. They were closed in the heart. This is that. The 4 of coins is about greed and stinginess. But if we're talking about love here, and this is highly what I get, it's a need to not give anything away. Okay. In this department, this rose is sitting there and they're going, look at his hands guarding it, guarding it. And they're going, and then this doubles it up because, this doubles it up because he's got 4 of them there and he's clutching them and he's guarding them. So it's a sense of guarding the heart too much that we don't open it. And the reason this has happened because we had a trigger point here with some type of emperor type figure come in our life. Now, this could be a father figure. This could be a strong masculine in your life, or someone just being controlling to a degree that we just it shut all the doors. Like they're showing the latches, like in the movies where at night you kind of put all the bars on the windows and the metal sheath comes down and closes everything, locks it away. You don't know there's nothing there. That's the sense they're giving me for the Pisces, for their heart. We don't want to open it, and it shut down because it may have been triggered by an emperor in your life. So someone who was really in high control of what we did, what we said, how we acted, this kind of thing. So there's a sense here of leaving this energy. So somehow we still have this energy in the mix here. So that could say one of 2 things, but I'm not going to go too far. I'm going to go with the cards here. But the bottom line is here, we were triggered quite highly to leave from someone who was quite controlling and bound us quite highly, and therefore we shut our heart down, and we're having a hard time here. Again, knowing intuitively, instinctively, knowledge-wise, we know that we it was just triggered, and I think at this point we got to discover that that's not the right thing to do. So to expand one more on the 8 of Cups, we get the 7 of Pentacles, which in this deck talks about gratitude. I gotta go back one here. Okay, this is again talking about the balance of the masculine and feminine. There's a sense here again of a partnership wanting to happen, but at the same time, it not being balanced enough to fit. So leaving to a degree. And the Eight of Cups is not like the Six could bring us back. The Eight of Cups is unfulfillment, leaving because we're unfulfilled. And the Seven of Pentacles being on top of that is talking about gratitude. So there's a sense here of being grateful for the position we're in. Now, this is going to take some depth to appreciate this. How do I word it? So we left, right? A position, but we're grateful that we left because we realize that we can no longer. This may have been the completion of a cycle here of a lesson in self-esteem. May have left a relationship that we thought it was hard to leave, or how do you say? Yeah. May have left a situation we thought it was hard to leave. It was hard to leave, but we left it nonetheless, and we're thankful that we did because we feel gratitude on the other end of it. Okay, we're going to keep going. On top of this Emperor, what do we get here? Page of Swords, we get clear vision, facing issues head on, and alertness. Okay, I feel like this was the person that we let go of. I feel like this person is coming back. Not done yet. This is that person. Somewhere here, they are. Page of Swords is about clear vision. It's also stems to curiosity, facing things head on. This deck here promotes him as a little more aggressive than most decks. They kind of see him as a watcher, which he may be, but I feel like there's someone here that wants to attack things head on. Now, it's interesting to me. It's going towards the energy of locking the heart away. So the sense they're giving me is that this person kind of understands somehow here after the fact, after the breakup, something about how they may have triggered this person is what I'm getting. I feel like this is, yeah, they're going, this is the way that Pisces felt in the relationship. This man was dealing with everything but her. This is how they felt. And they just didn't put up with it no more. And then once the Pisces was gone, they're going like, wait a minute, where'd they go? Like they figured they would put up with it forever and ever, amen. And we just didn't. So this is, I think, where something to do with what the man or woman is going to come forth to discuss here. Because there's something they realized over the time that the Pisces is gone. Now, on the Four Coins, again, that's about being greedy with our emotions, meaning we're not giving them out. I feel, though, that the Pisces was doing that because of what was happening with the partner. They weren't giving, so they decided not to give, and then they locked it down, and broke over this process of doing this. Oh, man, you guys. Okay, so this is the Page of Swords, remember? And look at this Queen of Swords, and look at. She's intense feminine energy. And there's a masculine energy here. We got to remember these are Page and a Queen. So this Page is a bit to learn yet before he can come up to the Queen. But nonetheless, he has a clear vision of what he wants to bring forward to her. This is an intense energy that he is coming forward. I do not feel these two, even though they are a suited match, I do not feel this man is prepared to deal with her, is what I'm getting. I know I'm going to get flack for that, but they are mated pair. So the sense is here, maybe we have a breakup because this one isn't quite at the height of this one, is what I'm getting. But nonetheless, they're a soul-mated pair. Some kind of a mated pair here. Now, it's interesting to me, she's looking in the future and he's passively looking at her. So the sense they're giving me is there's something here he needs to figure out in her, but she is going forward. If we left this energy, we are no longer willing to bend as much as we did. Now, again, they're going, keep in mind the compassion here. There's something here needs to be dealt with. Okay, so that is that's the gist of it right there. We have a soulmate couple in Splitsville. The sense I'm getting from the Queen is that she is intensely moving forward. She's no longer going to put up with a page energy. She needs a king, and she's looking for a king. This guy's not a king, but he does have something to say to her, no less. Now, as we move deeper, I went in and mixed up masculine and feminine energies. Here we go. Kuan Yin, she's the queen of compassion. Okay. This woman she is the ultimate in compassion on like the symbol, right? This is it. This is a compassion as you get. She just understands from a root ball where people come from and da-da-da. And I think the problem here with the Pisces is that the partner may have taken their compassion for weakness. And this was very hard to take for the Pisces. They don't take that well. So it's kind of like, what's the saying? There's a saying that goes with that. But nonetheless, didn't realize what they had sitting in front of them till it was gone. And now it's gone. And we have realizations. It's just hard to take compassion or no. So that's there to be illuminated. And obviously, right, the Pisces is needing to take more compassion. Again, don't be gullible here is what that's my advice. Next, sacrifice, right? We had a sacrifice that we made here of a relationship, a partner. This was done. This was made. Somewhere here, they're going, the compassion was lost as well. We made a cut here, but there's no compassion. We have none for the partner. No. Next. Guidance. Okay. So this is Odin, and he is about guidance, and he is like that emperor from above, right? We got a little emperor here trying to earn his way up, is the sense I'm getting. He may have taken too much control over this Pisces fish, and they flooded away. They got away. They do not, Pisces do not react well to being caged or to being clawed or to being bound. Lack of freedom doesn't sit well, especially in relationship here. So what I'm getting, okay, the compassion, and what was this guy? So this is the feminine energy with two masculines. So the sense here is that this is our energy field. We got very little compassion, but we got a lot of force here. We made a sacrifice, and I feel like the masculine energy, they're saying, oh yeah, we made a sacrifice, harsh, cold, cut, da-da-da, this kind of thing. But we need guidance on how to truly do this in a way that is not harming of our own energy field, meaning, not creating karma too harshly. So we may have come down hard on someone here. Now, this is the sense from the partner. Going not universally. Because the partner only knows what they think the Pisces knows, but the Pisces knows more instinctively. They do not have the fact. This kind of thing is going on here. So give me a moment here. Interestingly enough, the compassion sits with the universal energies. They're very compassionate over this couple because they are a pair that are meant to be. It is written, is what they're saying. But at the same time, the problem here is that the sacrifice was justly done. The dynamics here, it seems like there's one person out of the mix, and that's the partner of the Pisces. They're the ones that have not awakened to the truth here, because the Pisces sees the truth, the universal energies see the truth, and this is what we're fighting from. It's the one that is the partner that has been left out and is left out at this point that is trying to catch up here. And the only difference between them is an ego that will not accept and a mind that will not tell the truth. So this is the guidance that wants to come forward to that who is sacrificed. And then there will be compassion if he loses his ego and comes from his truth. That is the guidance. So for those cross-watching for Pisces, that's it. That's all. It's just lay the truth down and drop your ego, and you might get a chance with this one. Now, on top of the compassion. Here, the ancient ones, this is part of what is driving this Pisces woman. She will give compassion when it is granted, meaning when it is deserved, not when it's granted. I kind of said that wrong. She will give compassion when it's deserved. It is not deserved. The partner of the Pisces figures they can trick their way. You cannot trick your way when there is someone who sees everything. And unfortunately for them, the Pisces is partnered with this something that sees everything. So until they give it up, they can't get back with the Pisces, and they should not. They should stay away until they decide to do so. I agree 100%. No. On this sacrifice, and that very much I feel is the man. I feel this is a feminine masculine energy, but nonetheless, this guy's kind of looking up going, what's the matter? Like, what's going on? But again, missing the point. If we get to the truth and we spill the beans to our partner about what happened, that's the only way you can truly make amends here, is to come with the rock bottom truth. Get a high resistant, the partner on the other end. They just figure they can get away with it, and they can get it back without it. They can't. Next. See yourself in nature. This person may need time to ground out, may need a literal time in nature to go for a walk in the park and let their mind breathe a little bit. They're not thinking straight. So this person may be caught up in the hubbub of daily life, even though everything on the earth is kind of stopped at this time. They need to catch up with where they're sitting truly, because there's a sense of being highly ungrounded for this person, way up in their head. They're not in reality, and they're not in the truth of their matter, and they're not in the truth of what they need to go forward in. They have not realized this yet. Now, on top of the guidance, which again is very much the universe wanting these two to get together. But again, the only person out of the loop is the partner, because they are not advancing to the degree. They're really losing the Pisces part. Well, they've lost it, but they cannot gain it back unless they go right to the bottom with everything, like meaning reveal all your truths so we can start fresh here. If you cannot do this, then you continue to go in another direction. Do not come back in this direction till you are ready to turn over a new leaf. Next, new day dawns. There's that new leaf. That's the dragon. And look at the energy. The dragon's going, look, are you going to do this, or are we going to make you do this? Threatening a tower moment is really what I get, because they're cornering them, trying to help them evolve. But just that person on the other end is very stubborn. We got the horns here of Taurus. That is a stubborn energy. I'm going forward. Now he is running into that new energy. This is interesting to me. He's running into that new energy. He cannot go past here. He will get burnt up by his ego and his lies, or he will transform. These are the only two options. And as it sits, he's going to burn up. He is not aware that he has to flip gears here, is the sense I'm getting. We got someone here who's hell-bent that they got secrets they can keep and they'll never be uncovered. And I'm if I'm in charge of that, it's not going to happen. They're going, no, we best give this up first, or we lose our track altogether. So be aware of that. Animal card, last but not least, we have the jackal. And what do you know? I'm going to put him on top of the dude that needs to be grounded in what? The truth. This is about 100 absolute truth. Yeah, it's kind of a scary figure. But the bottom line here is the truth will protect you, and it also will set you free. from everything that you fear at this moment. It is caging you in. The problem is, if we continue down this road, it will absolutely do everything and more. Then you give it power to do that to you. When you release your truth, there's no more power for that fear to go. It cannot go anywhere. It cannot go. So this person is holding it, thinking that they're going to stuff it. They cannot stuff it. The truth comes out, whether you're in favor, but you're going to look like an idiot if you hold it, because you're going to be exposed. There's a lot of areas here, micro to macro, people, where this is happening. People are holding their truth back, but outside people can see you're cracking. You're cracking, buddy. It's going to fall apart anyway, so you might as well just give into it and then heal from it. If you don't give into it, you just end up looking, well, you are on the wrong side of the fence, so you got to jump back over. How do you do that? Lose your ego, give in to some of your feelings here as well. It's heavy. So there's a truth that needs to come forth, and that is the block here. And you will go no further. This truth will be revealed whether you're a part of it or not. So you might as well be a part of it, because that's how you win salvation. If you're not a part of it, you go under. Just saying. Boomsy, boom, boom. Okay, that was heavy. That was Pisces. Woo! Okay, Cancer. First card. 26, 25. Okay. First card for Cancer. Ooh. 2 of water. That is about apologies. That's about reconciliation. That's about connections. That's about getting deep, deep with someone. So we are either in this mode, looking for this mode, or we're in this mode or looking for it. Yeah, there may be some apologies coming our way, is the sense I'm getting as well here. We may have had a situation here where rights need to be wronged. That's all they said. Okay, next. Ace of water. Look at this, ace and 2, but we're going backwards. So we may have been part of a union and are now thinking more singularly about our own heart, not necessarily that couple, especially with that energy of apology coming in. I feel like someone here is very passively going over things. They're just removing a certain counterpart and going, okay, where do I sit? Very much dealing with their own heart center. This is good. And they may be very compassionate with themselves, which is very evolved. Next, Queen of Water. Look at that. So we may have some Cancers here becoming queens of their emotions. Again, I was getting a very advancing feeling from them in the last few readings about climbing up into areas here that they are very gracefully coming into in a heart-centered way. We're trying to come out of our shell. We know we don't want to go back in there, but there's some issues here that we have to deal with. They're coming to the surface here, is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to expand. Okay, on the 2 cups energy, which is about, or like 2 water, which talks about partnerships. So somewhere along the line here, we had a partnership, but I feel like we may be in a partnership and excluding ourselves from it, or we may have just detached from a relationship in a way that's kind of just anti-climactic, meaning there was no, but it's just done now. It's just washed away is the sense I'm getting. So because of this, right, we have the King of Cups on there. Yeah. This is where we thought we were going. What we want is to attain it. Emotional, the be-all, end-all of the emotional state. This is a man who is offering this to us. So we did have this in the past, someone that offered this to us. Now, this man can be highly evolved in the emotional center, but it's interesting to me that this man here, he's not touching the cup. So he can also hold it back as well. So we may have someone, okay, just bear with me, very emotionally involved with you, but not wanting to deal with that to a certain degree, removing themselves emotionally from the relationship, okay? Or this is us, okay? Either way. Now, on top of that, Ace of Cups, which again funnels it down from the couple to the single cup here. We're dealing with one heart, not two. So something happened here in the mix to do that to us, to make us go from focusing on the partner to just focusing on ourselves. Something happened here. That's, I guess, what happened. We got our self-esteem knocked off. Betrayal. Someone who betrayed us quite highly in the emotional department. Boom, there it is. Okay, Queen of Water, what's she doing about it? The 4 cups. She's not happy. She may have not been happy for a while here with this partner not giving of that cup, because they're going this cup and this cup, same cup. Now the Cancer's not accepting that cup anymore. So at some point there was a reciprocity here of some sort. May not have been enough, but it was there. Now the Cancer's deciding, this is not for me anymore. I don't want this anymore. Why? Because we got betrayed. And this person has problems dealing with their emotions. Now, he is a king. This could be just detrimental to his age. He may have been an older king, but emotionally, I'm getting a sense. I usually don't get this from this dude. He's just not wanting to attach to his emotions. He's wanting to release from them. That's what I'm getting. So expand on that, king. We get preparation, the 3 of Wands. Okay. So this person that has removed their love from us, or we've removed our love from them, or both, and that's the sense I get, is it just kind of collapsed with both removing of the heart center. This is the 3 of Wands, and it talks here about preparation, and they're going, oh yes, we are preparing the Cancer for their future. We want the Cancer to go in a new direction that is more fulfilling. We're not fulfilled. This is correct. And we are going to go forward to find fulfillment and not fall for betrayal anymore. We will not, because they're gone. This is an evolution in the heart center. We would accept things in the past that really truly didn't suffice. And they're going, we learned through this person that we no longer will do that. That was just a boundary that went a little too far. That's what they're saying. Now the 10 of Swords. We get the Queen of Cups. Would you look at that? Now we do have pairings here. Wait a minute. Yeah, because look, we have the King here and a Queen. Now this is interesting to me because he's waving bye-bye. Oh, man. So this is about a gentle, nurturing, compassionate energy, right? This is what may have been taken advantage of in this state. We are, right? We're gentle and compassionate. We're moving forward. The sense, though, is that we want to go back there. We want to gain some answers, or we want to gain some insight here, but we may not get that, is the sense. Preparation, because really this person was in our life so that we could go forward here. Now, what's the next card? 6 of Wands. Yeah, self-confidence. To build our self-confidence. Yeah, this happens, right? People, they have these bad relationships that they're just kind of a blast, and you're like, why did that happen? And they're going, because it evolved us to a degree that we were taking crumbs and giving loaves of bread, and that is not balanced. So we had to come to the end of our rope with that in order to go, okay, in the future, I just will not take that. And that's where I think the Cancer's sitting. They're going, we've got enough crumbs here, and look at this. This is double down of this energy. We need to take more than what we were getting. We were getting 3 here. We need 6 at least to start to be on equal ground here. Yeah, self-confidence built through this relationship, even though we feel like we're taking a knot, we truly in the lesson area have built a self-confidence, a boundary here. It's like, okay, that's the last time I'm going to put up with any of this. not going to let this in at all. I'm going to see this one coming 100 miles away. Boom. So this is what they learned here. There was a learning process. I'm not doing this no more. I'm not accepting anything below a king, really. I mean, this guy was a king, but I feel it had more to do with his age than his maturity. Okay. Now, as we get into the masculine and feminine, we have a masculine energy coming forth here talking about balance. And that is truly what it was about. Was this relationship balanced? They're going, no. What were we balanced? No. Now we got to figure all that out and go forward and find that and see if it works. Okay. And this is what we have the freedom to do at this point. And they're going, we should be happy for this because we truly didn't see it for its worth till it's too late. And then we hung on nonetheless till it was still too late. Next, healing. We may have need some healing time, healing over this next while in order to see the balance correctly. They're going, there's still mishaps having to do with our own sense of balance. What we, if we're going to take a lesson from the Pisces, it'd be that we don't give too much, take time to replenish our own batteries and then go outward. Don't let anyone take that before you're ready, that kind of thing. Next card, beauty. Excuse me. Were we caught up in someone's beauty to a degree that we let it run the show? Did this guy, the person's looks, or is that what they got from us as well? Boy, my mouth is not working. Okay. They're going, don't forget about our inner beauty. This is what we need to discover. This is what we need to see more clearly, our own inner beauty. Then we will be less accepting of those outside of us to not appreciate that as much. Because I get a sense here that we may have some self-esteem issues in the beauty department. And because of this was reflected in that relationship somehow, there were instances where this was thrown back at us. And they're going with reason, because we are holding it. It is very obvious to that person outside because they are a mirror. And even though they may not be shooting to hit you in those ways of self-esteem, it is there to bring you up above so that you rise above it. How do I explain that? It's almost like they're, if you insult someone who has okay, so I'm fat. So somebody calls me fat and then right away you go, oh yeah, then they know that you're low in self-esteem because they call you fat. So then if you are high in self-esteem, someone calls you fat, it doesn't affect you because you're like, I am what I am and that's it. Yeah, I'm fat. Okay. You accept it, it still may be a crutch, but the more that your esteem works in that area, the more you overcome it. It just, a person could say it to you all they want and it's not going to affect you. You can't harm them is what they're trying to get off here. And the sense here is this person caught wind of what our weaknesses were. And now we're going to look at those and we're either going to fix them or we're going to move forward and, and deal with that and heal from that. So this is what this person was there for. They're now gone. This is the balance now has to be struck by ourselves to deal with these issues. And I feel like it's in the beauty area, the self-esteem of how they feel about themselves. So if they do not like the looks of themselves, they got to be by themselves until they do, so they can get that partner. And then they will more clearly see in the partner when they truly do accept you for who you are, what you look like, whatever. You will be able to see that clearer once you've healed from that. Okay, so on top of the balance, again, there's a balance that needs to be struck here. One, we have to think about partnerships and give and take and make sure that the balance is there. I feel like the Cancer is dealing with this as well. Making sure that other partner gives as much as we do. And this may have been what collapsed the relationship. We just find, yeah, no, 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 it's not balanced. So we had to go. Do not fear the unknown. Yeah, and the sense here is that unknown may be alone, being by ourselves and not being with a partner, or not knowing the partner that we're going to get in the future. Do not fear this. We just need to focus on self and worry about self and bring our esteem back to where it should be without the partner, and go from there. Now, the beauty, again, the issue I felt, there's something to do with the way they look at themselves and the way the partner looked at themselves. They're having a hard time with this, something here they need to work through. It says heed the messenger. So it may be instinctively being installed with, right? That little bird on your shoulders telling you, like, don't let it bug you. Don't let it. There's some healing, no less, like that light blue, right? They're going, there's healing needed to come over this person. They got to heal that, patch that part of themselves, because it blows out to other people and they just don't perceive that. Like the Cancer's going, yeah, I got a sore spot here, but nobody can see it. And they're going, oh, yes, they can. And not only that, a lot of people see it or feel it instinctively and blow it. And part of the process here with this partner was to give you that insight so that you could work on that and heal that, even though the partner's gone. Okay. Now, on top of this beauty, we got let the emotions flow, and there may be some emotions that need to go as well. Healing, right? That's all. That is the ultimate healing card. Why? Because it's coming from the eyes, from the mouth, speaking of that which hurts, feeling that which hurts, and it goes back into the earth, and then we get revived. There's a fountain of, because the ground, right? The water, all those tears go into the earth, and the earth absorbs it and grows trees, and the trees give oxygen. They give everything to revive you. They ground you. They make you feel better. This is what they're showing me, that cycle of life in the way of healing. This is what is needed highly for the Cancer to move forward. And they're going, we do suggest you do this on your own. It is much easier on our own, much quicker and much faster. If we continue to bring partners in that are unworthy of us, do not appreciate us, it takes a longer period to get to the point where we find one that is good. So we want to stop, take a checkpoint, and flush out those emotions and go forward after. Or not after. Go forward, and then after that, get a partner. Okay, next, or the last but not least card, the Bull, which talks about sacrifice. Isn't that interesting? So there may be some here that haven't made the sacrifice yet, or the ones that have. Give me a moment. I don't quite understand this, but they're going, just explain the scenario. Okay, we got this little dude here in the bottom. I don't know if you could see him. He's got lightning bolts coming out of his hands, right? And he is conjuring up this bull, this stubborn bull that's coming at him. But I don't feel it's coming at him to attack. I feel it's that energy of the Cancer wanting to come forth. But we just haven't given it the power to do that. But all the tools are here. We just need to take time to digest everything. It's like we took power over ourselves to deal in this relationship. We had a lot of new trains of thought come toward, meaning like we dealt with things differently, is what they're saying. And we saw the results of that, even though it didn't solve. It wasn't meant to solve in this relationship. We're meant to go forward and solve it in another relationship. But nonetheless, we did some experimenting here in the relationship, is the sense I'm getting. And like the bull is stubborn, they're going, we need to be just as stubborn when we're looking for that partner going forward, because we cannot accept that does not fit. That's what they're going, we need to be stubborn about that. We're not stubborn enough about things that don't fit, because we let things in that are just iffy, or we let things in that yeah, okay, like it's not right. We need to increase that standard a little bit, but before we do, we got to heal, and then we'll see it like super clear. And don't be afraid of being alone, because it's just gonna evolve you in better ways. Again, quicker, faster, get into a partner. If we include another partner here as we're healing, it's really gonna bumble up. We may get stuck in that for a long time, and it really releases us from finding the perfect partner. So we got to get straight within ourselves and know exactly what we want, so that when it comes across, we're going, oh yeah, that one, that's the one I want. And you go forward and you act from that, not these wishy-washy all over, right? This is what they're saying. Hopefully I never insulted anybody there, but it's just, we have to be more stubborn in standing up for ourselves and our self-esteem. We're learning the boundaries. We got to keep them up here. Don't let anybody in unless they pass those boundaries, really. Scorpio, last but not least, 4601. Okay. So for the Scorpio, for the week, for spirituality, here we go with the Ace of Earth. Ace of Earth. So we are trying to be more grounded, or we are working in a new direction. Hey, bud, that's really bad, that noise. Okay. Yeah, we're trying to take off in a new direction here, trying to ground ourselves, maybe in a work area is the sense I'm getting, to make us feel more worthy. Next card, 8 of water. Trying to go in a new direction that makes us happy. Trying to solidify that. Next card, 5. Okay, what's going on here? This seems like it's coming from a couple weeks ago. I don't know if it was Scorpio as well, had these same cards, these two same cards. But anyway, the dolphins jumping, that's about pure happiness. We want to express and we want to feel. Feel it's not here yet. I feel like we know what we need to do to get it. And we're trying to do that. We're trying to go off in new directions to get it, but we haven't got it yet. Now, the next card is the 5, which talks about sadness and depression. So we may have a problem here with sadness and depression, or we may have instances where we are sad and instances where we are really happy. So a sense of being bipolar with things, or just that's the frequency of what's going on here. We got things make us happy, and then all of a sudden something bad happens. Things that, and everything's topsy-turvy. Yeah, so we're trying to get level. We're trying to pull ourselves down to a flat, stay flat here. Just one emotion already is I'm getting a sense of frustration with this person, with themselves, because they are seeing themselves as up and down and all over the place. Okay. So on top of the ace there, we have, what do you know? Ace of coins. What do you know? Same bloody card in a different deck. We may be thinking about career directions. We may be thinking about how to earn money. We may be thinking about what's going to make us happy at work. What can we do as a career to make us happy? This is what I feel is it does make them happy to think about this. Either they've come across their passion, or they're searching and they're looking into things that they see a lot of potential in to make them happy. Like, yeah, if I go there, that'd be fun. I want to do that. That interests me. That sparks something in them. Okay. A passion to go in a direction financially here. Now, on top of the happy, we get the 7 of Wands. And what do you know? They're fending it off. Okay, here's this problem here. So we're in Scorpio. This is interesting because it's like we know what we need to make us happy, but we're blocking it from happening. Okay, we're blocking this. We know it makes us happy. We think about it. It makes us happy, but there's something that we're doing, saying it may be a subconscious thing. I don't know. That's blocking us from it. Okay. So the sadness and the depression, what do we get there? The hangman woman, right? We got a hang woman here. This is interesting because this woman knows exactly what will make her happy, but she refuses to do it. It is her choice. She needs to look at things differently here in order to make herself happy. Okay, let's go one deeper. On the Ace of Coins, again, that direction that she really wants to go off in, we have the Divine Feminine. They found their passion is the sense I'm getting. That little thing that's going to touch your nose in about 5 seconds is a connection to her passion, to her divinity, to what really truly, again, not only makes her happy, but could be her life purpose. Truly, what is written, this woman is coming across. Now, on the Seven of Wands, we have the Ten of Cups. Look at this. There's happiness here, or a sight or vision of it, but we're being blocked from it. Okay, why is that? Hangman or hangwoman. Okay, again, she's got feet there's tied right up her. Usually the feet are left loose, which gives the extra energy in this card. We are just not working towards that area. But our whole physical body, our mind, everything knows what will make us happy. We ain't moving. In fact, we're putting down a boundary here. Or something here is creating a boundary between us and our passion. We know exactly where we want to go. We know it will bring us to where we want to be fate-wise, more into who it is that we truly are supposed to be. We have the connections card. Now, this is interesting to me because this gives me a sense that we are either in a connection or amongst people that do not approve of the direction that we're going. So we're going to give up on our dream and we're going to stay depressed because the people around us, yeah, we cannot act on it for some reason. I get a sense it's other people's opinions outside of us that are stopping because they're going, it's the connections that are the key to this person being in this state, which is depressed. So we may have family, friends, a partner that is keeping us from doing this. Now, nobody can truly keep us from this. We agree to let them. So this is what's happening. We're agreeing to let someone block us from our vision of what we truly want, which really universally is exactly where you need to be, by the way. So for this Scorpio, they know exactly where they need to go, but they're not going to go because there's people outside of them that object or trying to impress the wrong side of the tracks here is really what I'm getting. Trying to impress people that are not there for our highest good. Okay, masculine and feminine, we have the ecstasy card. Now, this is interesting to me because this talks of huge, we got 10 of cups here. We got huge fulfillment cards in every area. Ace of coins. Like, what are we doing? It's almost like we're dabbling in a certain area here and we're getting what we want, but it's on the down low. Okay, patient with me here. Next card, temptation. Wow. This is really going in I mean, we could go right in the bedroom with this one, but I keep it spiritual. Now, again, I get the feeling that we're in an area here where things are coming toward us that are good. Okay, now I got to go with the last card here. Protection, yeah. The Yonk, okay, yeah. You know what they're telling me? This person has come across something that they have dealt with in a past life that they have a natural affinity for here. Now, with all these ecstasy cards, I get an intimate feeling about it, but nonetheless, there's a sense here that we want to go in an area that fuels us and makes us happy, brings us fulfillment. And as soon as I seen that Ankh, it was like, yeah, this is a cycle that we need to complete because it feeds our soul and it will advance our soul. And this is part of that. Like great heights of ecstasy is what is felt here. Now we're going to go again here. On top of that, we get share your thoughts. So you may need to be talking to people about what it is that you want to do, your passions, all those things in a career minded way that you want to go forth with. You may need to share those outwards because the universe will line you up. And once you start talking to people, they can make connections, they can help you. But if you don't speak of it, it really does. It's like the reverse of an explosion. It's a deploying. When we speak of it, it deploys the magical energy to start working. But if we don't speak of it, it doesn't go nowhere. So on top of this energy here, which is temptation. Now I feel like the temptation too may be from others trying to get us to stray from what it is that we truly are meant to go, where we're truly meant to go. I feel like that's, but nonetheless, to expand on that one, we have surrender to the flow. Yeah, there's a sense here of needing to slow down and really assess what is going on, who's controlling here. We need to be in control of our own lives. We need to be doing what we want to do. If we cannot do this, we will not be happy. And anything else beyond that is just not going to work. So this sense of letting someone control us to a high degree, where we're not happy, but we kind of given up on life. Or because again, I get a dabbling in this area, but then a pulling back in public, like we're going to do this in private, but in public we can't because everybody's against it or whatever. We need to go where we need to go, or where we're meant to go, right? So on top of this card here, which talks about protection, and the sense here is that you will be protected as long as it's your passion. Love without condition. I feel like this is the people around you. They have too many conditions on, like we're being controlled here. People are going, well, I'll do this with you, but you have to do this. It's always on demand, always on demand. We have to fit their mold in order to get any kind of success in that way. Appeasing them, they said. We're always appeasing someone else. When are we going to appease ourselves? There's this sense here of being highly controlled by someone outside of us, letting them run the show, and our destiny is coming forth here to bear quite soon, and we may just not take the right button. And again, there's energy things going on here. We're locking energies in for like 30 to 40 years. So we want to make sure that we're on the right side of the tracks, not the wrong. Because if we're going to go somewhere and follow someone else's lead and it's going to create depression, we just don't want to live in that. We don't want to live in that. And again, they show me the mushrooms I had on my infinity page. Mushrooms are a spiritual growth that the soul is needing to expand, move forward. And if we got a lot of stuff here for job, Ace of Pentacles, opening doors, the universe wants to do this. So the one little step will get you quite a ways into where you want to go, no matter who disagrees with that. Again, as long as we're not harming anybody, we're good to go. Now, the overall card here, I get a feeling of frustration, is the butterfly. And again, it talks to the soul. And look at how the soul wants to speak, right? The soul's spoken. We know we've dabbled, but we're hiding it. But this is truly what makes us happy. So why are we resisting going full bore into this? So there's a sense of needing to listen to the soul. And again, this love without condition is energy that needs to be put upon the people around you, is that we may need to release from them for a while so that they realize the true meaning here. And they're going, they will not. Okay. Sometimes we just need to release, is what they said. We just need to go, because certain people, they're control freaks or whatever, and they will just try and run your show for whatever reason, and it's not their show to run. They should be running their own show. You run your own show and go, because the thing here is Scorpio knows exactly where they want to go. They just need to go there and do that, no matter what anybody else says, does, or thinks. Again, if it's not hurting or harming anyone, what is the problem here? And I feel like it just has to do with their passion and what they want to do, and somebody just don't think well of it. So that's their thoughts. That's what they have to deal with. If the universe is opening doors for you, jump through those doors. You will go and gain support. If you're going in the right area, you will gain support. You will gain momentum. You will go. If you start getting doors shut, it's not the right way. So hopefully that helps you this week. There's pretty heavy energy. Scorpio's pretty much dealing with the shadow side here, though they're not seeing it that way. They're just seeing it like, oh, I'll give up because what I want to go after, I can't go after anyway. So whatever. They're letting somebody else dictate what they want. And they really just truly need to go and open up in the direction they want to go. Those people that get mad, get whatever, because all the time people go, well, yeah, but these people get mad, but that's their problem. That's their problem. If you are truly following your passion, you will thrive. They will not. They have to deal with their own stuff, right? So that's really where we need to go here. And this week, we're just kind of sitting in limbo. We're hung. We're hung by our feet, and our feet are tethered as well. We are not going nowhere. We're just sitting and thinking about all this stuff. So hopefully next week there's a better energy for that. So that is the Scorpio for the week. Butterfly, the soul is speaking, has spoken. We need to listen, right? We are half blind to things. We need to open up more. Go in the directions we want to go. It's where we're meant to go. It's the written path. It's our destiny. We need to go after it. There's a reason it makes us happy, because it's where we're supposed to go. Alrighty. So yeah, a little behind here this week on that. And the last of the energies, I think, is earth, air, water, fire. So I will come in here a little bit to do the fire, and we'll get those done. So take care, have fun, be kind, and we'll talk to you soon.